Officer Thabo Mosia is currently being cross-examined. Musia's been giving evidence about the crime scene in the trial of 5 men accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. eNCA's Silindelo Masikane is following proceedings, and she joins us now live to give us more. Slee, the issue of the possible tampering of the crime scene was brought up. What did Mosia say in response?
Well, of course, today we saw the official cross-examination of Sergeant Mosia by one of the defense lawyers who represents the accused from 1 to 4. And Advocate Teffo has been quite probing in his questioning in terms of when Sergeant Mosia received the phone call, the amount of time it took between the time Senzo was shot and the time that Mosia was called to the scene. There's about a 4-hour gap, and he's been probing in terms of asking him, what do you think happened between that 4 hours? Are you sure there wasn't anything sinister that took place, any tampering that took place? And Mosia, in terms of giving his opinion, says he believes there wasn't any tampering of the crime scene, saying that it seems the witnesses, those who were in the home, were too concerned with trying to save Senzo Meyiwa's life, which you would remember there wasn't an ambulance which was called. He was taken to the hospital by those who were in the house. And so Advocate Teffo trying to go into a lot of detail in terms of how Mosia collected evidence and whether he actually did his job correctly. Let's take a listen.
The arrangement with Brigadier Ndlovu was just to control the movement of those people who were in the house, to make sure that they don't tamper with any crime scene.
Inhlelo engizenze nayo Brigadier Ndlovu ngalobusuku lobo ukuthi nje aqaphe i-movement yalabantu bebakhona phakathi lapho endlini ukuthi ke bangathemperishi nayo isini.
Yes. When you arrived the next morning with Lieutenant Colonel Mhlahlo, can you just explain to the court what was the position regarding the preservation of the scene?
The crime scene tape was still there, my lord.
Engichaza ukuthi ke le tape esetshenziswa amaphoyisa le crime scene tape besesekhona lapho.
And I think the scene was being protected, my lord.
So, Slee, are the accused still maintaining their innocence?
Certainly so. I mean, they've pled not guilty to the charges before them, and their lawyer, in terms of Advocate Teffo, who represents accused 1 to 4, reiterating this fact to Sergeant Mosia during his cross-examination, saying that his clients know absolutely nothing about what happened to Senzo Meyiwa. Let's take a listen.
My client denied that at any time on or before the 26th of October 2014 were at the crime scene. The address you've already said, 13511 Kutanon Street, Phosphorus. They deny being that. Do you have anything to say?
No, I don't have anything to say, madam.
Kukho ngaphawula manje indaba lokuthi ke noma ngaloqala kuphela kwesine bathi nge-26 zika-October 2014 bebangekho lapha, ayikho into engayisho ngalokho.
Okay. Let me take you through this allegation faced by my client. On count 1, read as follows. In that, upon or about 26 October 2014, and at or near Phosphorus, in the district of Boksburg, the accused did unlawfully and intentionally kill Mr. Senzo Robert Meyiwa, a 30-year-old male, by shooting him with a firearm. Close quote. This is charge number 1, for which they deny, as much as they acknowledge the fact that, yes, it's true, our soccer hero, the son of the soil, has unfortunately his life taken in that fateful day. But they are not responsible for that.
All right, so it's the lunch adjournment now. What should we be expecting after that?
Well, we're going to hear the continuation of the cross-examination from Advocate Teffo. We're not sure when he's going to wrap up because, of course, we still have Advocate Mshololo, who represents accused number 5, who still needs to cross-examine Mosia. So I don't know if we're actually going to get to the state's next witness today because court proceedings need to adjourn at 3 o'clock due to security reasons around the accused getting them back to the prisons before the afternoon rush hour. So after the lunch break, cross-examination continues.